पावर प्लांट क्वेश्चन आंसर में आपका स्वागत है। अगर आप BOE या बॉयलर ऑपरेटर एग्जाम या इंटरव्यू की तैयारी कर रहे हैं तो यह चैनल आपके लिए बहुत हेल्पफुल होने वाला है। चलिए शुरू करते हैं। What is the relation of frequency with the speed and number of poles of a generator? The number of poles of rotor depends upon the speed of generator. P is equal to 120 F divided by N. P is equal to number of poles, F is equal to frequency, N is equal to speed of generator RPM. Why is damper winding provided? Damper winding is provided to minimize the oscillation effect of a rotor in case of load change on the generator. Solid bars placed at the damper winding slots. This winding dampers out any oscillation that might be caused by a sudden change in the load. Why is the rotor and stator core made of laminated steel? The laminations are insulated to minimize the circulation of eddy current produced in the rotor body. The core laminations are properly fitted to the shaft. The insulated laminated core sheets are stacked properly and fastened rigidly. Why is generator bearing kept isolated from the earth? The heavy rotor of the generator is supported by two general bearing. A thin oil film is created with the rotor rotates. To avoid oil leakage from the bearing, metallic labyrinths are provided. While rotating inside a magnetic field, eddy current is produced on the shaft. If this current is allowed to flow through the bearing, it will damage the soft babbitt material of bearings. To avoid this situation, one bearing is completely electrically isolated from the earth. How is the winding temperature controlled in a closed cycle air cooler? Fixed volume of air is circulated inside the generator. Fans fitted at the rotor sucks air from a closed system. It is guided in such a way so that the hot air coming out is passed over a cooling coil. Again, this cold air is circulated in the generator with the help of rotor fan. Cooling water is circulated in this cooling coils. Air is circulated in the closed system. Hence, dirty atmospheric air is not allowed inside the system. As moist air is not used, so insulation level of generator is maintained high. Why is hydrogen suitable for generator cooling? It is suitable to use hydrogen in place of air for cooling of bigger size generator. The heat transfer capacity of hydrogen is 7 times that of air. Lesser amount of hydrogen is required to cool the generator, so hydrogen cooling system is very compact. Hydrogen has a density of 1 divided by 14 of that of air, so less energy is required to circulate hydrogen. In hydrogen environment, the life of insulation increase and the maintenance cost goes down because of the absence of dirt, moisture and oxygen. It is easy to detect by hydrogen sensors over. The hydrogen-air mixture does not explode so long as the air contents are less than 30%. What is difference between static excitation system and brushless excitation system? In static excitation system, a temporary DC supply is given to the generator field. It is called field flushing. Normally this supply is obtained from an external battery bank. Once some voltage is generated in the generator, this source is cut off automatically and the field supply is changed to own generation of the generator. Nowadays mostly brushless excitation of system is used. In this arrangement, exciter generator used, which is the small generator having rotating coil and stationary field. This arrangement make the excitation system brushless. No brush is required to feed the field current to the main generator, so it is maintenance free and more reliable. What are the function of AVR other than voltage regulation? AVR also controls the power factor of generator, limits the stator and rotor current, also limits the load angle, control the flux rate, V divided by F, detects failure of any diode, follows up the manual channel signal, carries out changeover from auto to manual mode, perform field flushing and suppression. What are the three parameters to be matched for generator synchronization? For generator synchronization, three parameters are required to be matched with the existing power source or bus. Phase sequence, voltage, frequency. Double frequency, double voltage measuring device, and a synchronoscope are commonly used for synchronization of generator. What is the desynchronization or islanding and when is it required? In case of any fault at the outside source. In case of failure of grid, the total outside connected load comes upon the generator which is beyond the capacity of generator. So, in that case, the generator is to be isolated from the system immediately and continue to operate at its own capacity. For desynchronization or islanding scheme or grid islanding scheme is adopted whenever the grid disturbance exceeds a set limit. By opening the breaker, generator is disconnected from the disturbed grid during 1. Under voltage, U divided by V. 2. Over voltage, O divided by V. 3. Under frequency, U divided by F. 4. Over frequency, O divided by F. 5. Rapid fall or rise in frequency, plus minus dF divided by dt. 6. Power failure in the grid. 7. Fault in the grid. What are the relays used for islanding? Following relays are connected to take care this situation and for successful islanding. 1. Over voltage O divided by V and under voltage U divided by V, relay. 2. Over frequency, O divided by F and under frequency, U divided by F, relay. 3. dF divided by dt, relay. 4. Vector surge relay. 5. Reverse power relay. What are the main relays used for protection of generator? Different protective relays are connected to take care of different fault condition and stop the generator to avoid damage. 1. Generator over current protection. 2. Earth fault protection. 3. Generator differential protection. 4. Reverse power protection. 5. Low forward power protection. 6. Negative phase sequence protection. 7. Over voltage and under voltage protection. 8. Over frequency and under frequency protection. 9. Rotor earth fault protection. 10. Field failure or loss of excitation protection. 11. Stator overheating protection. What is the difference between parallel mode of operation and isolate mode of operation? In parallel mode of operation, voltage and frequency of the generator depends upon that of the connected grid. To increase the load on the generator, set point on the governor is raised, which ultimately increase the governing valve opening to increase the steam input to turbine. This mode of operation is also called auto power regulation (APR) or load mode operation. Isolate mode, stand alone, operates a generator independently to power a local load, where it alone controls frequency and voltage. Parallel maximizes capacity and efficiency. Isolate is used for emergency power. दोस्तों, अगर आपको कोई टॉपिक चाहिए या कोई खास सवाल सीरीज चाहिए तो मुझे कमेंट में जरूर बताएं। मैं अगला वीडियो उसी पर बनाऊंगा। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब और शेयर करना ना भूलें। मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में।